Hi, it's Lucy, and today I'm here to do a book haul. Specifically, this is supposed to be my summer book haul. These are basically all the books that I've acquired since my last book haul. I don't have too many. I have 10 or so, which is a lot for most people actually, but on BookTube, it's on the low end, I think I've seen for the past 3 or so months. This is a little over the past 3 or so months because it's August. I was supposed to do this video in July. This is my spring book haul, not my summer book haul. Summer book haul comes at the end of summer. I'm doing them at the end of the season. I don't know why I'm so confused. Before I get further confused, let's get into the books. I have some things to unbox to bring us back to the olden BookTube times. Remember when unboxings were really popular, except they weren't unboxings of like a book box or anything. They were just you getting a package full of books and you unboxed it. And so yeah, I got a package full of books. I never opened it because I'm this way. And so I'll just open it for you on camera. Let's do that first, actually. So Barnes & Noble was having a sale. I forgot what the deal was, but I couldn't resist. So I bought some books from Barnes & Noble. I technically already opened the box, but that just makes it easier. Okay, so they gave me this. Oh, these are the things I think so you don't smash up your books or whatever, but they're flat. So I don't know how this is gonna help me. Tucker's already found the box. He's like, this is my new house now. Shouldn't really be doing this, but that's Tucker's new house. Excuse me, Tucker, I need to get in the box. Thank you. I got 4 books from the sale. The first 2 are paperbacks because I think that was part of the sale. First one is Emergency Contact, which is kind of on a whim. I've gone back and forth on whether I want to read it, so then I bought a copy. This is about 2 characters who have it's described as not a meet cute, but more as an awkward collision, and they decide to exchange numbers and sort of become each other's emergency contacts. It's about them like texting each other and telling each other about themselves and what's going on in their lives. It sounded interesting to me. I do like that it's kind of a new adult novel because both of the characters are college age. Okay, the angle changed, but it should be better. Please forgive me, I'm not wearing my glasses and I'm not wearing my contacts, so I cannot actually see. So the second book is Sister of the Bollywood Bride, which I talked about pretty recently in my spring anticipated releases video. This was one of my anticipated releases. I didn't say this in that video because I didn't know at the time, but this is actually a re-release of Nandini Bajpayee's first book. It just got a new title, so this was not actually her second book. This is her first book, but I'm still excited to read it. I like Nandini Bajpayee's other book, A Match Made in Mendi. This follows a girl whose big sister is getting married, and she feels that it falls on her because her sister is very busy and her dad doesn't know anything about throwing a wedding. So it falls on the main character to like get her sister's big Indian wedding together to like make her mom's memory proud because her mom passed away years before the start of the novel. So it seems like it's gonna have a little bit of grief, but also it's like it's gonna be a big fun time because who doesn't love a wedding? Next, we have a copy of a book that I have already read, Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. It was a Reese's Book Club pick and they gave me a nice fake sticker to prove that. Wish they hadn't done that, but anyway, I have once again talked about this in my mid-year book freakout tag, and eventually if I ever do a wrap-up, hopefully I'll talk about it there too. But this is hard to explain. It's basically about a mixed half Ojibwe Native American girl, half white girl who's like living with being those 2 identities, as well as it becomes a big mystery plot, but then it's so much more, and I feel like I should be able to describe this better because I enjoyed it so much. I bought my own finished copy of it because I originally listened to the audiobook. Yeah, I liked it so much I decided I wanted my own copy that hopefully someone will borrow from me and read it and then enjoy it. And then the last book in the box is The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Delilah Harris. Tucker found the box again now that it's empty, in case you were wondering. This caught my eye because it just sounded really, really interesting. First of all, I love the cover so much, and also the back cover, but it's basically about this woman who's tired of being the only Black woman at her office job. I believe she works in publishing, and then finally another Black woman joins the company, joins her team, and they start working together and everything seems great until something happens where basically the other Black girl kind of becomes the token for the office, or not the token, but like there can only be one. Something happens where the main character has like a falling out with the other characters, and so people start liking the other one better, and then the main character starts getting weird notes on her desk. All signs point to the other girl who's doing it, and it becomes like a whole mystery thing, it sounds like, and it sounds very interesting. as the only Black woman on my team for a long time at my work, I just thought it would be interesting to read about. So this is another book club pick, but I can take off this sticker. It is a real sticker that I can remove. So that's good. Next, we have another box to open. This was an ARC box that I got from Penguin Teen. This is what the front looks like. The back has my address, so nobody cares about that. This is what the inside looks like. Obviously, I already opened it. And it just came with some fun little confetti that I can't let my cats near. So the book is upside down. Beasts of Prey by Ayana Gray. This is a high fantasy novel. This follows two characters. I believe that one of them is indentured to the notorious Night Zoo, which means that I guess she takes care of animals, but then something happens where her family is put endangered and she like releases a power that she didn't know she had. And at the same time, the boy main character shows up as she's releasing this power, and he wants to live up to the legacy of his family because he's the son of a decorated hero. And because of the first main character's power, he wants to team up with her so that they can defeat this like bad thing, and it follows them defeating the bad thing. Yeah, that's that. Obviously, my synopsis just now was me reading the back of this and trying to synopsize it for you in literally 2 minutes. So in the future, hopefully I'll have a better synopsis of this. I do want to do a video with this book somehow. It might be a reading vlog, it might be, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited to read it. It comes out on, doesn't say a date, but in September 2021. Let's do another ARC that I received from Penguin Teen, The Taking of Jake Livingston by Ryan Douglas. This is a YA paranormal horror novel. I thought it would be a little more paranormal than horror, but I was wrong. So keep that in mind. But it follows Jake Livingston, who is one of the only Black kids at his predominantly white school, and he's dealing with that while also being a medium, meaning he can see all the ghosts of people who have passed away in various areas, and all their ghosts just stay there. And something happens where the ghost of someone who was a troubled teen who shot and killed 6 people decides to come and kind of haunt Jake, and Jake has to deal with that. So I am a little over halfway through this book. I really haven't been reading these past couple of weeks to a month, so it's not a book thing, it's just a me thing. I really haven't been reading a whole lot, but I am hopefully going to be finishing this soon, and the book is obviously already out, so you can purchase it at your nearest book retailer. There will probably be a link down below if you want to support me in the process also. And the last ARC that I have is Redemptor by Jordan Afueco. I reached out to the publisher for this so that I could do a video on it, and I'm still planning to do the video. I don't know if it's going to come out in time because of the aforementioned not really reading that I haven't been doing. Did that sentence make sense? I don't think so. But yes, hopefully there will be a video about this book in the future, somewhat near. But this is the second book in the Raybearer duology. I'm so excited to read this final book and find out everything that happens with our main character, Tari Sai, and all the other people that we met in the first book. The Raybearer duology follows Tari Sai, who grew up with her mother, who was very distant from her. She was left under the care of servants and other people for most of her life. And then she's sent away when she's turned 11 to join the Crown Prince's Council of 11, which is basically what it sounds like, the prince/king's council who help like govern the country along with the monarch, and they're all connected by the prince or the king's power called the Ray, which makes them closer than family. However, Tari Sai has a problem because she is also cursed by her mother to want to kill the prince as soon as he loves her. So she has to deal with fighting that, learning what it's like to love, learning what it's like to be loved, learning what it's like to be in this place, learning everything, and just trying to find her own way. And it's really, really good. I can't speak more about it. Hopefully there will be a video on this book and also the first book soon, because I've been promising a video on the first book for over a year now since I read it. I think I read it last August. So yeah. Another sequel, Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. We know how I feel about all of Leigh Bardugo's Grisha books by now, I feel like, even though I haven't done a King of Scars video yet. It will be coming at this point, maybe next year, I don't know. But it will be coming, and I haven't read this yet because I do want to reread King of Scars before I do that. But I have this. It's the second book in the King of Scars duology, also known as the Nikolai duology, which is apparently really seems like a misnomer, especially about hearing reviews of this book. But I'm still looking forward to it, seeing how it all ends. Goodbye Again by Johnny Sun. This is a kind of memoir type essay collection by Johnny Sun, who was the author of Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too. I think I have it. So he was the author of this book, and it's known for being like incredibly like simplistic and having these like simplistic drawings, but it's really cute. And so I'm looking forward to hearing his thoughts in a more essay way, I guess, and like a more written out way, I guess, because this didn't have a lot of words. I also did receive this finished copy for free from the publisher in exchange for an Instagram post. So there's that. Lastly, we have this book I bought at Target, I think. It is Blackout by, I must look at the cover, Danielle Clayton, Tiffany D. Jackson, Nick Stone, Angie Thomas, Ashley Woodfolk, and Nicola Yoon. This was one of my most anticipated books of the year. I haven't read it yet, clearly. It's a little thinner than I thought it was going to be, TBH, but I'm still looking forward to reading it. It has some of my favorite authors in it, and it's basically not a short story collection exactly. It's supposed to be 6 short stories written by each of these authors that are connected to each other. So I think all the characters like meet in between stories, and they're all set during this blackout in New York City. And so I'm excited to read it. I miss New York City so much because if you didn't know, I am from there. And so hopefully this will bring a little piece of it to me. So those are all the books that I have to talk to you all about today. In the comments down below, let me know a book that you most recently acquired. Either you bought it from the library, bought it from a friend, however you got it. I want to know. And also in the comments, give me a book emoji to let me know you got this far in the video. I really have to go because I'm late for something. And so I will see you in my next video. Thank you again so much for watching. Bye.